All right, as we continue eating this delicious meal, we will now enjoy hearing from a few sponsors, family, and friends. I would now like to ask Mayor Russell Humphrey, will you please come up?
Good evening, everyone. I, on the behalf of the city of Huntsville, want to welcome everybody to this fabulous celebration of two young men that have hit a milestone that a lot of people only dream about. And these guys look like they may be around for a while. So I'm really excited to get to be a part of it, and very fortunate that they are recognized as being from around here. I don't really know a whole lot about the specifics of what they do, but I know what they do takes a lot of work and a lot of practice and a lot of determination and a lot of logistics from what I just heard. I want to, first of all, thank God for number one, letting me have the opportunity to give me the position that I'm in, because only He's the one that could have put me here. There's no way I got here on my own. But with that being said, I just want to welcome everybody, and I want to congratulate these two young men on such an accomplishment. And our community will not let this go unseen, and we will celebrate y'all's accomplishments. So just keep it up, keep your nose down, and lean into it. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you so much, Mayor Humphrey. Mr. Jay Campbell, would you like to come take the stage?
Well, how about them Huntsville boys? You know, me and my family, we've been on vacations with Bubba and Tammy and the kids since they was little bitty. And Bryce has been coming to my house and getting on bulls since he kind of started. And you know, it's a lot of work, you know, to get where them boys are at. It is a big accomplishment. It's not just a day off, and they just don't give those positions away. I can tell you lots of stories. Bryce, when he first started coming over, you know, sometimes he couldn't ride a stick horse. But I'm going to tell you, every time his head hit the ground, he got right back up. You know, a lot of the kids nowadays, they want to pick and choose everything they get on. Not Bryce. Whatever you want me to get on, and however many. And today it shows, look where he's going. The sky's the limits. I wish you the best. I hope you the best. What's our magic number? 10. He needs to ride 10. So good luck. Don't quit. Keep your head down, your hand closed. It ain't rocket science. That's it.
Thank you. I would now like to welcome Mr. Steve Smith.
All right, thank you. My name is Steve Smith, owner of Triple Deuce Angus, with my wife Allie and my son Blake here tonight, and I'm happy to be here as a sponsor for Bradlee Bronk Miller, and I always thought it was Brock until we had to get on an airplane one day, and they said we had to get his middle name, and he said Bronk. Did y'all all know that? His middle name is Bronk. What's he doing going by Bradlee? I mean, how cool is that? Bronk Miller? I think we should change his name tonight. Right? Anyway, I'm happy to be here. By the way, I forgot to say, and I'm teaching Bradlee this, Triple Deuce Angus, home of the fair deal. Remember that? If anybody needs any Angus bulls, call me. Anyway, other than that, I don't know that much about rodeo. I met Bradlee and his family about a year or so ago. And I think I told this story last year, but I'd only known you for a couple of weeks. But my son was going to the school here, with Bubba and Tammy's school, and he pulled up, and he had like this old Jeep, Wagoneer or Cherokee, and he had a big bench seat bolted to the roof of it. I'm like, what is that? And he goes, oh, he likes to go hog hunting. But that's what he was driving around. I was like, I like that. I think I want to be a partner with somebody that drives around with especially a big-time cowboy like that. So anyway, I met him, we talked, and we ended up working out a deal. And it was really good for us because, heck, I sit in my living room, my family there, the first night of the NFR. Was it the first night that you won? The second night. So we're like, there he is up there, won the thing. Rookie, freshman, first year, goes to NFR, in the second round, wins it. That was incredible. And then I can't keep track, but you won like the fifth night and the eighth night or the sixth night. What was it? Something like that. Can't keep track, but it was 3. That's pretty special. And by the way, Bryce Jensen, where are you at? Hey, Bryce, my name is Steve Smith. Good luck to you, too. So I didn't know about this part of it, but congratulations on your success, and now we'll be rooting for you, too. I think we'll bring you some good luck. So good job. But anyway, I guess I'll share a couple of stories about Bradlee. I think after his rodeo career, he's going to be a salesman, which I like salesmen. In my past, before the Angus business, I actually was a car salesman, so y'all can boo me. I was a used car salesman for 37 years or whatever. But it enabled me to get a ranch, taking all y'all's money, lying to y'all, and telling you that everything was good. And, and after about 2,000 or 3,000 customers, I was able to get an Angus ranch. So thank y'all very much. But Bradlee, I think you can do the same thing if you just work hard and follow in your dad's footsteps, being a good guy, right? So, and then the other thing about Bradlee is, I'm joking around here, but I mean, he's got a lot of wisdom for a 22, 23-year-old. And the reason why I say that is he just asks a lot of questions. Tell me about it. Is his whole life, has he just been that kid just ask every question about something? And he just wants to know. And I think that's smart. And so I'll tell you about, we were on a little trip 2 or 3, 4 weeks ago in South Florida, fishing. And, you know what they say about boat captains or fishing captains are kind of salty. They say they're salty, which means they're kind of mean and gruff, and they probably don't like teaching people like us that brim fish how to catch, big ocean fish and stuff. And we're out there trying to do that. And Bradlee's just asking this captain everything, like currents and how to tie this, and do you think the sun's going to come up over there tomorrow? Or if it does, you think it's going to kind of bounce off the waves and show a reflection? And this is why you're going to be a salesman, because that captain, I think anybody else asking all that would have been aggravated. But he just kept talking to you. He answered every dang question, every goofy thing. Yeah. That's pretty bad. He said, tell y'all how much I paid him. I guess I paid him a lot to put up with you. I tell you, anyway, we had a good time. Heck, we had the first, and we had, I don't know what I was doing. Now, he had just been into Costa Rica with his pretty little friend right there, and caught a whole bunch of fish. And I told him, I said, because we were supposed to go to Florida when he got back and take our boat out. And I was like, man, after seeing all those pictures, you might not want to go fishing with us, because I don't think you can beat that. But anyway, we did. So, that line, I don't want to lie, but when that guy put that first line out, did we not catch a fish in like a minute? and it was a huge wahoo. Does anybody know what a wahoo is? Anyway, it was big, right? From here to over there to that NFR sign. Right, Bradlee? At least. Anyway, I reeled on it for a while, and I bought this boat and wanted to go fishing, and then I realized I should have fished first before I did all that and spent all that money, because I was reeling that thing, and after about, 15 seconds, I go, hot dog, my shoulder hurts. Bradlee, you reel it in. Anyway, he reeled it in, and it was big. It was a lot of fun. So, and then the last thing, I probably got 100 things, but and by the way, my wife, Allie, there told me, whatever you do, don't embarrass me and say something that's going to embarrass Tammy and Bubba about Bradlee. I'm like, Bradlee the angel? What could I possibly say that would embarrass them, right? Right. So anyway, I'm not going to do it because you never done anything wrong, right? So, and then the other thing was, so we were staying at this place, and it's a pretty nice place, and everything's kind of pricey over there, and, he's big-time rodeo, future champion. And so he's paying for a lot of stuff, no problem. I'm paying for stuff. But then we started playing golf, and yes, that's kind of weird, but we like to play golf. And we started playing golf for money. And we started playing golf for money. That's why I know you're going to win. You're already winning, by the way. But we started playing for money. His whole attitude changed. And the next thing you know, he's asking me, like, have you even won a hole yet today? Because we're going hole to hole to hole, and he's being real nice and polite, Bubba, but he's talking doo-doo, right? and I'm like, I'm not sure if he's that nice guy anymore. He's starting to all of a sudden say a bunch of stuff. But then, so the first day, he cleaned my clock. I won, 2 holes or 1? Anyway, not many. And he took it serious because there was money involved. The next day, Tammy, we played, and what happened? I spanked you. Yeah. What'd you do? He paid $900 for a round of golf. Yeah. It's kind of pricey, like I said. But anyway, and the other thing, Tammy, was about the 6th hole that I was smacking him around, he started cheating. No, I wasn't cheating. So I was very discouraged by that, and we're pulling our sponsorship tonight, and I'm just announcing that in front of everybody. Anyway, Bradlee and Bryce Jensen, y'all win it all. Everybody watch them on the Cowboy Channel or go to the rodeo. We're going. So, Triple Deuce Angus, home of the fair deal. See you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Steve. Isn't he just hilarious? I would now like to welcome 8-time world champion, Mr. Joe Beaver.
First of all, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying hard enough. I mean, everybody knows that. The first thing I always try to tell people when I get to do something like this is they don't send out invitations to the NFR. There's not a card in your mailbox that said, hey, you're a nice guy and you tried hard. Come on out to Vegas. That doesn't happen. What happens is you give all the blood and the guts and the sweat and the tears that you have in your system for however many years it takes, doing what you love the most to finally get rewarded. Last year, Bradlee got that reward. Last year, we talked about it when going out there. If you can make them pay attention to you at the first, you're going to win a lot of money. He did exactly that. He won a ton of money because he showed them what he had right off the bat. Bryce Jensen, Jay, you said it better. You said it first, so I'll say it next. I've seen him get dusted week after week at the high school rodeos. I thought to myself, this boy needs the bulldog. There's no way he needs to give this bull riding up. And then one day at one high school rodeo, he rides one in the corner, and his whole look changed. And I was lucky. I still get to mess around this summer and go where I want to go, do what I want to do. And we walked up to him at Salinas this summer, and he had the bull riding was that night. And I knew it paid $10,000 or $12,000. And I said, "How's your summer going?" He said, "It's good." said, nothing 10 or 12,000 wouldn't help, huh? He said, oh, man, that would really help. About 4 or 5 hours later, 12,000 in his account, standings. That's what the part of it is that people don't get. This kid fought, tried, went through everything you could imagine to be a bull rider, and he's made it now to the elite top 15. He's the best in the world. Bradlee had that feeling last year. Give him to him. There's nowhere does it say that we're guaranteed tomorrow at all. The one thing I can say about both these kids, because I see them out there on the road when mom and dad don't see them and when nobody else does, because I still stay up late, I still walk the shadows, a lot of things I just can't not do. And these are two of the best kids that you've ever seen out on the road, and that's a lot. You can be the winningest guy in the world, and it doesn't matter if you're not happy and doing what you love. And if you don't have a job that you like, you're not going to be good at it. You might do it, but you're not going to love it. These two kids love what they do. They're the elite right now in their respective events. They're going to the Super Bowl or rodeo, and there's not a better feeling in the world. And October 1st rolls around, and you're in that top 15. These two guys have done it. They deserve it. And if they have any luck at all out there, they'll win more money than they won all year in 10 days. That's what it's all about. That's why you do what you do. That's why you give all you have to be the best that you can be. And besides that, it's a fair deal, home of the fair deal. That's for the T-shirts too. That needs to go on the T-shirts too, so we can throw them out. People, you've got two kids in here that are at the top of their game. They're living life the very fullest, the best way they know how, doing what they love to do. And when you get some support like this, it shows up and that people actually care. It means a lot. But it means a lot for all of us to be able to be here tonight and honor two kids that I've seen from the time they started to what they're doing now. And I know how hard it is to get that invite to the national finals. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. Last thing I'm going to hit on is you get my respect and you get my admiration when you're a winner, because I know what you have to do to be a winner, and I know what it takes to stay a winner. But then up in the middle of your career while you're just rolling right along comes this little thing called an injury. And an injury has stopped 50% of people that suffer one, stopped them from reaching their goals because they never come back as good. And I don't care if it's a broke ankle. I don't care if it's a tore groin. I don't care if it's a thumb. I don't care if it's a palm of your hand. I don't care if it's your shoulder and jerked out. You go back and look, and you show me guys that have suffered an injury and came back as good as they were or better. Now you got all my respect, because that is not easy. And I told him this summer, just let yourself heal. But it's so hard when you look at the standings and they're kicking you down every week. But he's got enough faith. He's got enough belief in himself that he took time to heal up. And when he came back and I got to watch and see him ride after he was hurt, now you got all my respect. Congratulations, you two. And you remember this, Bryce, that 10's a great number, but that's a way up there number in the bull riding out there, okay? So if it's 6 or 7, we're going to be all right with that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joe Beaver. For our last guest speaker of the night, we will be hearing from Mr. Ron Knighton. Mr. Ron has been a mentor, a friend, and a coach to Bradlee for many, many years. Please give it up for Mr. Ron Knighton.
Man, y'all are hard to follow up here. But, man, first off, I just think it's great that we got two kids that started kind of together out here and then went to high school rodeo and college pro rodeo, and they're both going to NFR. I think that's probably one of the neatest things that could happen in this area. Man, like Bradlee's year from the NFR to the first of the year, he never stopped. I mean, it was crazy. He won San Antonio. He placed it everywhere he went. And like when the summer hit, you know, we knew he was going to make the finals. We just didn't know where he was going to end up. And then like when he had the injury and he had to sit out that time, just like what Joe had said about coming back from an injury, man, he never missed a leg. When he come back, I mean, I thought he was riding just as good as he was before he got hurt. And then like at the end of the year, the other day at Hondo, man, you're ready. You're ready to be back in there. You're riding great. And then Bryce, man, it was just, you're right there, and then you're not. And then you're right there, and then you're not. And I mean, I'm sitting there watching every time I'm looking to see where you're at and what's going on. And man, you kept working. You never let up. And I mean, that was the greatest. You know, it's just like what Bradlee went through last year, where you're just there, you're trying to maintain, and then you go down, and then you go, and it just the way it ended. And then at the circuit finals the other day, man, both of y'all were great. I mean, both of them won the circuit finals. Man, I'm proud of both of y'all. And I mean, the thing is, I think if you're going to pick a fantasy team this year, I'm just going to tell you, them two probably need to be on it. Because I believe this with all my heart, that both of them have that type of desire, and the sky's the limit. And I mean, we was just blessed enough to just be a part of what they were learning and stuff, but they went on, and there's been other people teach them a lot more than we could ever teach them, you know, and they're both two tremendous young men. I'm just proud of them, and I hope we all are. And like I said, pick your fantasy team, and that's probably be a good choice.
We are now going to enjoy a few words from Pastor Ashley Ellison on the screen.
Bradlee, so proud of you, man. I'm thrilled at what's going on and what you've done this year, and the run you're getting ready to have at the NFR is going to be great. Hey, I want to encourage you with a verse. Psalm 37, I believe it's verse 23, says that God directs the steps of the godly, and he delights in them. He delights in them. So I just want you to know what's so cool about that is there is nobody I know more that loves God and loves people than Bradlee Miller. And because of that, God's directing your steps. It's no accident you're where you're at. And I know that while you're there, you're going to bless people, and it's in blessing people that God will be blessed. And the way you're going to bless people is because people are walking up, signing autographs. Bradlee Miller. And what Bradlee does is he points everybody to Jesus. So thank you for your stand for the Lord, and we're going to be watching you and rooting you on. Go knock it out. God bless you.
I would now like to invite to the stage Kaylee. Give it up for Kaylee Minson.
Real quick, can we have the videos of Bryce's family?
And
So this is my first interview, so just bear with me as I get all my nerves out. So first, I would like to welcome to the stage is a man who rides bareback horses like they owe him money, a two-time NFR qualifier, a grinder, a road warrior, and the definition of cowboy grit. Make some noise for the one and only Bradlee Miller. Next up is the rookie who kicked the door down and said, Vegas, I'm coming in. A first-time NFR qualifier with momentum, muscle, and a smile that makes bulls nervous. Give it up for Bryce Jensen. I'm pretty good. So y'all each should have a microphone. I did chat GPT my script, so we should be good to go there. I did not come up with all that on my own. I have been watching some videos, so I was a little bit more comfortable. Thankfully, y'all both had a lot of interviews over the season, so I was able to find some questions there. Do we both have our mics on? Are we good to go? Do we need mic check? Do you need help? Okay, Bryce, hand it to me. All right, we got Bryce on. Bradlee?
Hello.
You got your, is it on? He has used a microphone.
Hello.
Oh,
hello.
perfect.
Hello. Hello.
Yay.
Hi, everybody.
All right, so first question is, and I need my wheel. Hold on. I Amazoned a wheel, so we could ask like some fun questions and some challenges. So I have that here. Okay, so the first question is, Bryce, when did you decide that bull riding was going to be your event? What lifelong dream, was it a lifelong dream or did you lose a dare?
Really neither. I wanted to be a team roper or calf roper growing up, but I chose bull riding in high school, I guess junior high, but in high school. And then I quit riding bareback horses because I'd always place one out of the money. And if I ride my bull, I win money. So that's why I chose bull riding.
Paid a little bit better.
Yep.
My reason was the opposite.
And that's why y'all are friends. It works out. So Bradlee, yours was because, your bareback choice was because?
Well, I still haven't completely made the choice yet. We're still
deciding.
Still on the fence.
All right. So I guess if we'll look at rookie year first. And Bradlee, your rookie year was last year or the year before? The year before. So if there was one thing that you learned during your year as a rookie, what would it have been? Like, what's the most important thing you learned as a rookie? You first, yes.
Like, if you need to ride somewhere, just ask someone. Like, 95% of the time, they're going to let you hop in with them if they have room.
Sound advice. Strangers, hitchhikers, thumbs up, all the way?
Well, usually people in your event.
Oh, okay. Bradlee, what's one thing from your rookie year that you would want to share with someone? What's the most important thing you learned?
I learned how to get by on very little money. Very little.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't win very much that year.
Well, that brings me to my next question. So the rodeo's over, or you've already competed. You have $10. What are you eating for dinner?
It probably means I bucked off a few bulls, so I ain't got no money. So probably either gas station food or Taco Bell.
Okay, gas station, what are we getting?
Probably mini donuts.
And that is how he maintains his figure. B, what are we getting?
I forgot to look it up. But, well,
Tell him how we practiced last night and what your answer was.
my answer was, so yes, my rookie year was very tough. After that, it wasn't. So I don't know. I mean, I think if you could get like some chicken nuggets from McDonald's, maybe.
So last night, Bradlee goes, okay, Kaylee, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what you can buy for $10 anymore. I haven't paid attention in so long. And so I'm like, well, McDonald's has an excellent dollar value meal, and it's $5. And he's like, oh, I'll get 2 of those. So now life is getting better. So Bryce, there's hope. Like, you don't have to order off the mini donuts anymore. We can do a little bit better and get some protein in, maybe. Okay, we'll work on that. Becky, can we help him with that? All right. 10-year-old self. This was my personal favorite question because I knew you both around the age of 10. So I feel like, what would you look back and give yourself advice on as a 10-year-old? Bradlee, we'll let you go first because Bryce really is still thinking about this from last night.
I don't think I can give the same answer as I gave yesterday.
Please don't. Not in a crowd.
I would seriously listen to my folks a lot more because I didn't realize until this last year or two, like, we're getting to that age and our parents had us whenever we were not much older than we are. It's weird. It's weird. We're like the age of our parents when they became parents. So I would have listened to them. It would have saved me a lot of heck. But I learned from some of it, and I'm still learning from some of it. But yeah.
I love that. Yeah, that'd have been nice if you had listened then. I feel like we would be a lot further along today. But solid. Now at least you're learning. You've picked up. Bryce, what about you?
I would have told myself not to buy that truck that I drove up here.
That was dumb.
So was it a sound financial decision, Bryce?
Probably not.
His truck is for sale, by the way. Guys,
Yeah, if y'all want it.
Home of the fair deal.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's going to borrow Steve's line.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay, a road necessity. What is one necessity that you have to have while you're on the road? I mean, y'all traveled thousands, if not close to millions, hundreds of thousands of miles over this last year. So what is one necessity that you have to have on the road?
My 3 golf clubs I bought at Goodwill.
A movie.
A movie, samesies. It's just like something about playing. Okay.
We don't watch it. We just
Yeah,
listen.
no,
We
just
don't watch
listen. Like, we never watch a movie while driving. We listen. So if you, it's like a radio. It's just the radio playing. But it's TV shows. So if you watched them before, then you already know what's happening. So you don't have to watch it. You just listen to it. So if anybody was wondering, we never watch. Disclaimer. I didn't lie. I was being honest. Okay, next question. What is the most unnecessary or extra thing that you bought with your winnings over this last year?
My watch.
Can we get a walk of the watches? Can y'all model the watches for us? Can you give us a model of the? I mean, they can't see it from back here. Y'all need to get up and give them a little walk. Yeah. Oh, yes. Hold, please. Hold on. See, I'm working and multitasking, and I had it like right so close. I will get better at this. Are y'all ready? Okay, here we go. I know. I added it. If it's the watch. Come on, Bryce. Ow! Okay. Give it up. All right. So we have a couple more things, but before we get to the other questions, we're going to spin my wheel. So I have some things. Like impersonate your traveling partner, impersonate each other, a British accent, chicken dance. Oh, the Lane Frost dance. We thought that'd be funny. The Dancing with the Stars, you and Denver can do that? Okay. The Horses in the Stable dance, if you don't know what it is, I can have Tammy and Sunnylyn come up and display it for you. The Hokey Pokey, your best animal sound. Karaoke, your choice. And then if you could walk out to a rodeo, like what would you walk out to, okay? So those, just so you can start like thinking, so you know. Would you like to spin, Bryce, first? You guys spin hard, because British accent. Bryce, give me your best British accent. So, like, no, that's not it. Australian. Governor. I have to get the governor. Bradlee, you can do British accent because we've done it before. I don't know, I'm failing.
Oh, gas station accent. I do not know how to do this. I do not know. I do not know, my friend. I'm sorry. No ID, no sell. No ID, no sell.
Bryce, give me your best Australian accent then.
G'day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie, why don't we?
Have you vacationed down there before? All right, pass that over to me. Hold it so he can spin it. No cheating. What's it got? Karaoke. So the good thing is it's your choice. So I can't, no, not to do it. Your choice of song. So you tell me what song, I'll play it and you karaoke it.
Ice Ice Baby's on my mind from a minute ago.
What if we do Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I don't know that one well enough. It's been a while.
It's been a while. All right. Give me another one. We just did Ice Ice Baby.
I know. I don't know very many songs that good.
Okay, all right. Well, Ice Ice Baby again. All right, you're going to have to stand, though.
How long do we have to do this?
Until Bryce says stop.
Let's kick it. You got to get up here. Or tell me to stop. Whatever
It's a duet.
Ice, ice, baby. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new addition. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. When it ever stop? I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle.
Stop.
Give it up. I feel like that was a solid 10 out of 10 performance. I mean, I don't know how it could have got any better. All right, one more round each. Or should I just spin for you? Does that make it easier or you want to spin? It's kind of fun.
Denver.
Denver. So, Denver, can we have you on stage, please? So this is the DWTS, Dancing with the Stars. Now, we've been advised to not do the dirty dancing scene. I've had the time of my life because Bryce's shoulder pads would not hold her up. So we are going to, any dance move, any song, Denver, I need the song. And then y'all have to show your best Dancing with the Stars move. That's going to be even better. What's your favorite song, Bryce? Bryce is like the most unhelpful. Like, I'm here. So, fun fact, I asked the boys last night, one of my questions was, if you, like, give me your perfect matchup for round one. Like, if you could draw any animal for round one. And I thought it was cool what Jay said about how Bryce didn't really care what he was getting on or what. Bradlee said, oh, that's so hard. Bryce goes, I don't know. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know? He goes, I never know what I'm getting on. He's like, I just get on. And I was like, well, that's one way to stay out of your head. Like, just don't pay attention to any of it. Okay. All right. I think maybe. Yeah, I think she can lead.
Bryce, you just put your right hand out and your left.
I mean, Bradlee just iced baby everywhere. Like, I mean, you can do it. Yeah, she does want to do the white chick stance. Denver will lead, you follow. All right, ready? All right, we're going to find out. If I have not vetted this song first. The shoulder pads won't allow front flip. All right, that is probably the most dancing you're going to see out of Bryce for a while. So enjoy it, enjoy it. All right, last spin. Oh yeah, you're dismissed. All right, spin for Bradlee. Oh, I was hoping you'd get this one. Your best animal sound. Your best animal sound. Like this was made for you.
Really? What should I start with?
You know, a frog. Let's start with the frog.
What is a...
I don't know. Okay, I need a little bit better. Something else. Bryce, is that acceptable or does he need one more? Duck. Last one, duck. Yeah, we had crowd participation. I can't deny them. A duck.
I can't do it. I don't have my... You should have told me. I don't have my duck call on me today.
Quack, quack. Like, what? Thank you. That was beautiful. That was a great quack. All right. Last challenge, and you've both seen the movie 8 Seconds. I know. So we're gonna have you both attempt the 8 Seconds dance. Y'all don't know the dance? I mean, Ron can do the dance. Okay, well, we'll skip that. Y'all just learn it at some point. Okay, we're gonna go to a little bit more serious. What are you most excited about heading into your first NFR, Bryce?
It was the grand entry. I hope they still have the grand entry, but ready to ride in the yellow buck and shoots.
It doesn't matter what your draw is.
Nope.
Bradlee, what are you most excited about from last year to this year? Like, you've already been once. Do you think it's going to feel different?
Yeah, I think I'm most excited. We're supposed to go race go-karts with the F1 drivers.
That sounds promising. Is there, if there's one thing, so like, I know for me, it's super exciting to be able to be here and honored to cheer you both on and get to support you both. What is one message you would want to share with people or your fans or who support you?
Thank y'all for the support and helping us along the way.
You know, there's a handful of people here that this year especially, last year was hard, but I mean, this year might have been harder though. Yeah, end of June, Terrier growing 60,000 ahead a second, and watch them creep up on you while you're sitting at home. And there are a bunch of people that are here that called and checked on me weekly. I call every day, it seemed like, and you know, that meant a lot, because it's really easy for people to be behind you and support you whenever things are going good, but whenever you don't have anything going for you at the moment, those are the ones that really count.
That's beautiful. That's good. I had to, or I was gonna cry. Like, sorry. Bradlee, last year your hashtag was WLD, and we talked about Paul Miller and win, lose, or draw. And one thing that I remember from last year was, and I don't remember what round it was because it was all such a blur, But give me a heads up when you're going to win a round this year so that I am dressed.
Start with the first one.
Okay, yeah. Because every time undoubtedly I had already gone back to the room or missed the round and I was wearing a sweatshirt and jeans and I'm like, seriously, this is real attractive. But anyways, because it's all about me. But regardless, the WLD, and then there were rounds where, I mean, you won it. And then there were rounds where it wasn't so great. But one thing about you was, in the text group, in person, like, it didn't change. It didn't matter if you won the round or you didn't. Your personality, your humbleness stayed the same. Like, what was happening in the arena did not impact you from the point that you were just defeated. And it was truly, you were living out that win, lose, or draw. How did that impact you? Like, is that something that helped you throughout this year as well, that mindset? Or, what's the biggest part of that mindset that was beneficial to you?
Okay, that was a lot.
Sorry, I word vomited.
Yeah, Paul, he was, a lot of voicemails he left me. It was win, lose, or draw, we still love you. Jesus still loves you. And yeah, we all hate losing, but the cool thing about the sport of rodeo is we go to 100 plus of them a year, and then the NFR is the biggest one, yeah, but it's still whenever you treat it like it's another one, you know that it's a marathon, and you don't let that stumble in that marathon keep you from finishing the race with all you have. And so, yeah, it's helped me, and Bryce is one of the best at doing that. You can see him after riding 10 head or bucking off a 10 head, and he still has the same attitude. And that's why he's went so far, because there's a time this summer that he fell off a bunch of bulls in a row, and it wasn't looking too good. But I knew with the head that he had on his shoulders, he was going to be able to turn that around, and that all it was going to take is one to put him back on the rails for the rest of the season, and it did.
You came back, wasn't Salinas, because we were talking a little bit last time, wasn't that your 90-point ride, like, after you had bucked off so many in a row and then it just, like, hit? Tell us a little bit about that, like, that accomplishment, to go from bucking off so many and then coming back and getting a 90-point ride, and that's, like, the highlight of your year.
So right there at the beginning of July, I rode one bull in Livingston, and then I bucked off, like, 3 before Calgary, then bucked off all 3 of them, or 4 of them in Calgary. And then I was looking for a place to go get on practice bulls, and everyone was like 5-6 hours out of the way. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go to Salinas and get on 2 paid practice bulls, or I guess 3 paid practice bulls. And it worked out. I went over there, rode my long round bull, and then went to the short round and got on Logan's Legacy and went 90 and a half and ended up second in the Extreme Bulls. And then I made the short round in the Rodeo Salinas, and after that, I was back on a roll and where I needed to be.
So one thing I hear from both of you is about consistency and just staying the same, like not just wrecking yourself and figuring out and changing everything up. And what I love about both of you is that, one, you give God all the glory and honor, whether it's publicly or like you're constantly pointing back to Him. And what throughout this year, because there's a lot of highs and there's a lot of lows, what throughout this last year, how has your walk with God or your faith grown or been tested?
Bucket off a lot, that really tests you, and you just pray about it, and that you can pray about it and and just keep praying, and then everything's gonna work out. It's all in His plan. So, yep.
Yeah, that as much as I hated sitting at home for a month, that that month of being able to get somewhat in a routine of life again, being at home, I was able to prioritize reading my Bible every day. Like whenever you're driving 12 or 14 hours a day with 2 other guys in the rig with you, it's pretty tough to remember those things that are the most important. And I knew that I wanted to be strong enough in my faith to whenever something else were to come about, that I was ready for it. And this is pretty shallow, but the other day I was hunting right before I went to Phoenix, and I'd been hunting deer for like a week. And he wouldn't show his face unless I wasn't there. And I prayed about it, and that son buck walked out a minute later. I'm like, well, I'm glad I saved all those up, because I cashed them in and I put him on the ground.
The Lord works in mysterious ways. Ask my kids, like they wanted a deer, they went and sat on the stand, and not even 5 minutes in it, they've got deer. God always provides, and that's one thing I love about the two of you and your stories throughout the years. Whether it's your paths crossing with other people, the example you are to not only other contestants, but literally all the people you encounter on a daily basis in social media. One of the highlights, and it's kind of silly, but Bubba and Tammy were coming back from college finals, and Bradlee needed a pickup ride from the airport. And they asked if I could pick him up, and I said, yep, not a problem. I was going to pick him up. What time do I need to be there? I had to be there at 5:30 a.m., so I had to leave my house, or I stayed at Hagen's so I could make sure to be there on time. I'm supposed to leave at 4 to go pick him up, and I wake up at 6:30, and I'm like, oh, he's sitting at the airport waiting on me. And so I'm kind of in a panic. The next thing I know, I get a text from Bradlee, don't worry, I missed my flight. So I'm like, this is perfect. And then I got to pick him up from the airport. He landed a couple hours later, so I went into work for a little bit, went and picked him up. But getting to spend that hour and a half driving back from Houston with him, we got Dunkin' Donuts on the way. He had never had it. And just getting to, in a season where normally we probably wouldn't have seen you again till September. And that time is so precious and so sweet. So I would encourage you all that as you're encountering one another, as you're encountering them, soak up every moment. Enjoy the time that you do get to spend, because it truly is a blessing, whether it's going and picking up someone at the airport and getting to spend that hour and a half drive. Just how much that blessed my heart. And we had some great just conversations about anything. And I was like, I texted Tammy, I said, thank you for letting me go get him. Like, I missed those moments of just getting to have heart-to-hearts with him, and those times of sharing, with him. And so take advantage of it, whether it's picking somebody up from the airport, or whether it's helping somebody set up a photo booth for an event, whatever it is. Enjoy those moments you're getting to spend with each other and the friendships that you're building, like the two of you. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to get to know each one of you. So I'll give it up for Bradlee and Bryce. All right. I would like to ask Bubba Miller and Ron Knighton to come up. We're going to pray over Bradlee and Bryce, as well as the Jensen family and Miller family. So we are presenting them with their Bibles. They're super cool, beautiful. Here you go, Bubba.
Well, I ain't supposed to do this. I cry. But anyway, like everybody else, getting to watch them grow. But the main thing is, guys, that rodeo arena will fade, but there is a day we're going to stand before him. And it's well done, thou good and faithful servant, or depart from me, I never knew you. If you want to get to know the Lord, I can encourage both of you, spend time in the Word. Spend time in the Word, spend time praying, and spend time just loving on God. So, guys, if y'all will, just remove cover. Let's lay hands on these two boys. We're just going to lift them up to you right now. Father God, we love you, God, and we honor you. Jesus, today is a day that you have made, God. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it, Father. God, as these two boys are getting ready to go to that arena there in Vegas, Father, I pray for a hedge of angels, a dome of angels being camped around them, Father, that no weapon formed against them can prosper, Father. God, I pray that, God, that your grace and mercy will be upon them, Father. I pray that, Lord, that you lead them and you guide them and you direct them every step of the way, Father. God, I just pray that they go forth, Father, and they, Lord, win the lost for Jesus, Father. They let their words and their life be a testimony that, Father, when people see them, Lord, they'll see the testimony of Jesus who lives inside of them, Father. God, I just praise you for, Lord, the blessings, the opportunity, God, to continue just to open doors for these two young men, Father, that no man can open, Father. God, I thank you for the obedience that they've had, Father, to stay the course, Father, in the arena and out of the arena, Father. And God, we give you praise and we give you honor, God. We just thank you, Lord, that these two are going to go forth and they're going to win a lot. And most importantly, God, they're going to serve you while they do it. In Jesus' name, amen. Love you guys.
Bradlee, your Bible.
Well, don't. Oh, yes. Sorry. All right, I would now like to ask to the stage McKinley, Gentry, and Gemma. Okay, and Kenley and Camila and Rowan. Let's give them a hand. They're about to give us a fun little cheer. Let's go, girls. Woo! That's pretty cool when you have your own cheer squad. Let's give them another hand. Good job, girls. Good job. Well, y'all don't go anywhere. The night is just beginning. We have lots of fun dancing. We have a bucking bowl, photo booth in the foyer where we're also going to have both of the boys' Bibles. We do ask that you guys go write an encouraging note, highlight your favorite verse, pray over the Bible. We want to send them off with the most support and encouragement. We have Video 360, lots of cake, cookies. We have so much fun to have. So thank you everyone for joining us. Let's give them one more round of applause.